Have you ever been to the doctor and they've told you that nothing is wrong? Most people, when they hear that, they would be happy. Not me. When you're told this from multiple doctors, it is the worst feeling in the world because they just keep telling you that it's all in your head. I was recently diagnosed with a condition that affects at least 1 out of 100 teens. This condition is classified as an invisible illness, which means that just by looking at someone, you can't tell that they have it. I want to spread awareness of invisible illnesses and more specifically, POTS. The P in POTS is postural, and that means that when you change position. Orthostatic means that most of the time it occurs when you stand up. Tachycardia means that you have an abnormally fast heart rate. And syndrome means that it's not a disease. There's a lot of symptoms that classify this condition. The following information is from the Dysautonomia International website, the Mayo Clinic website, the Dysautonomia Information Network, and the Mayo Clinic Patient Education booklet. I was diagnosed with POTS in April 2013, but have had these symptoms since 2009. To diagnose this condition, they put you on a tilt table test, and it's like a bed, and they strap you in, and then they take your heart rate to get a baseline, and then they stand you up in the bed, and they just take all these measurements, and to classify it as POTS, your heart rate has to raise at least 30 beats per minute, and in a normal person, it's about 5 to 10. When you stand up, your heart rate goes really fast, and your blood pressure drops. This syndrome is mostly in high-achieving teens and girls, and they haven't figured out why yet. This syndrome affects a person's whole body because it is classified as an autonomic dysfunction, which means that everything your body is supposed to do normally, it doesn't always do. For example, cooling yourself down, it's really hard to do that, or for our bodies to do that. Another really big problem is that blood pools in your body like a lazy river, which is slow, and in a normal person, it's kind of faster, like a rapids. And an example of this is in the summer when I wear shorts and I sit down, my legs turn purple, so the blood doesn't pump like it's supposed to. The main causes for this, there's a lot of different things that can cause it, but the main ones for me were deconditioning, trauma, and vitamin deficiency. When I received concussions and I ended up in the hospital, I was told that I wasn't able to play sports anymore, and so I wasn't getting any physical activity. And then along with that, I became had a vitamin deficiency, and became anemic. Since POTS is a syndrome, there are a lot of symptoms. The most common symptom that I have is syncope, which is passing out. That's when your heart rate shoots up when you stand up and your blood pressure drops. Most of the time I pass out because I'm dehydrated. People with POTS need a lot of water, 3 to 4 liters a day, and they also need a lot of salt to keep in that water. Most people don't like eating salt. I need about 5 grams a day, which is 5,000 milligrams of salt a day to stay hydrated. All in all, invisible illnesses are real, and just because someone may look fine on the outside doesn't mean that they are physically. I have gained so much from having this condition because it has built character, compassion, and strength.